Picture this. You walk into what looks like a standard hotel room, but something feels different. Jaz Makadina doesn't just throw you into cookie-cutter accommodations and call it a day. The classic rooms, spanning around 35 to 40 square meters, come with those little touches that make you wonder if someone actually thought about how real people live. The balconies don't just exist for show. They're positioned to catch either garden views that look like someone's been secretly tending to them for decades, or pool views that give you front row seats to the daily drama of vacation life. What caught my attention wasn't the standard minibar or flat screen TV setup, but how they managed to make 35 square meters feel spacious without that cramped hotel feeling that usually has you bumping into furniture. The superior rooms bump things up to about 45 square meters. And here's where it gets interesting. They throw in bathrobes and slippers, which sounds basic until you realize how many places skip these details. But the real game changer comes with those partial sea views that somehow make you feel like you're getting away with something. Family suites tell a different story altogether. And this is where the hotel shows it actually understands how families travel. At around 60 square meters with separate living areas and 2 bedrooms, they're not just cramming everyone into one space and hoping for the best. The kitchenette edition means you're not completely at the mercy of restaurant schedules when someone inevitably gets hungry at odd hours. Junior suites hit that sweet spot at 50 square meters with enhanced furnishings that don't scream hotel generic, and those larger balconies with sea views create the kind of morning coffee moments that make vacation photos look effortless. What strikes me about all these room types is how they avoid that sterile hotel chain feeling. The neutral tones and warm wood furniture create spaces that feel more like staying in someone's thoughtfully designed beach house than a corporate hospitality box. The in-room amenities hit all the expected marks with air conditioning, satellite TV, and free Wi-Fi. But it's the private bathrooms with shower bathtub combos that show they're thinking about actual comfort rather than just checking boxes. Now let's talk about something that can make or break any resort experience, the food situation. The main buffet restaurant at Jaz Makadina operates on that international buffet concept that could go either way. But here's what makes it work. They're not just throwing together random dishes and calling it global cuisine. The breakfast runs from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., lunch from noon to 3 p.m., and dinner from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., which gives you flexibility without feeling rushed. Those themed dinner nights, Italian one evening, Mediterranean the next, show someone in the kitchen is actually paying attention to variety instead of serving the same rotation week after week. The fresh seafood stations deserve special mention because finding quality seafood at a resort buffet can be hit or miss. But reports suggest they're doing something right in this department. What's particularly clever is how they've structured the indoor and outdoor seating areas to accommodate hundreds without creating that cafeteria chaos feeling that ruins the vacation vibe. The a la carte restaurants add another layer to the dining experience, focusing on Mediterranean and Middle Eastern fine dining that goes beyond the typical resort fare. While specific restaurant names aren't plastered everywhere, the concept seems to center around grilled meats and fresh fish prepared daily, which suggests they're working with quality ingredients rather than just reheating pre-made dishes. The pool bar and beach bar situation deserves its own discussion, because these spots often become the real social hubs of any resort. Operating from around 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., they're positioned to catch both the midday pool crowd and the evening wind-down group. The cocktail presentations, based on photos, show they're putting effort into the visual appeal, colorful garnishes, and proper glassware that make you feel like you're getting something special rather than a generic vacation drink. Those weekly, themed dinners like barbecue nights and seafood buffets add an element of anticipation to the stay, though smart travelers know to check the current schedule upon arrival, since these things can shift with the seasons and guest preferences. The pool situation at Jaz Makadina reveals something interesting about how they approach the whole resort experience. Multiple outdoor freshwater pools might sound standard, but the way they've organized them shows actual planning went into the layout. Family-friendly shallow sections mean parents aren't constantly stressed about water depth, while adult-only zones give couples and solo travelers space to relax without dodging pool noodles and beach balls. The swim-up bar areas at the main pool zones create those vacation moments that look great in photos, but also serve a practical purpose. You can grab a drink without having to towel off and trek across hot pavement. Poolside loungers and shaded cabanas are available, which sounds basic until you've stayed at places where finding a decent spot requires getting up at dawn to claim territory. Pool service during operating hours means you're not stuck to choosing between staying comfortable and staying hydrated, and those hours from around 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. give you plenty of time to establish a poolside routine without feeling rushed. But here's where the real magic happens. That private beach stretching along the Red Sea coastline. Crystal clear waters aren't just marketing speak here. The Red Sea's reputation for visibility and marine life is well established, making this location ideal for swimming, snorkeling, and windsurfing. Beach service includes the essentials, sunbeds, umbrellas, and towels without the nickel and dime approach some resorts take with these basics. Lifeguards during peak seasons and daytime hours show they're taking safety seriously, which matters more than you might think when you're dealing with unfamiliar waters. Water sports rentals are available nearby, though specific details aren't heavily advertised, which could either mean they're keeping things low-key or there's room for improvement in how they promote these activities. The beach setup creates that perfect balance between having services available and maintaining that natural coastline feeling that makes the Red Sea special in the first place. Activities at Jaz Makadina go beyond the typical resort entertainment schedule, though they're not reinventing the wheel either. Weekly entertainment includes live music performances and DJ sets, which covers the evening entertainment base without going overboard on the forced participation that makes some guests cringe. Cultural shows add a local flavor that gives you some sense of place beyond just being at any generic beach resort. What's particularly smart is how they've structured the entertainment to appeal to both families and couples, not an easy balance to strike. The activities seem to flow naturally throughout the week, rather than feeling like a rigid schedule that you have to plan your entire vacation around. Seasonal celebrations around major holidays like Christmas, New Year, and Eid feature special gala dinners and fireworks displays, though these vary yearly depending on bookings and the event's calendar. The key here is that they're responsive to their actual guest mix, rather than just running the same program regardless of who's staying. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our Best Hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.